Hello. Happy full moon in Capricorn, everybody. I'm happy to be here, getting messages for anyone that needs it. I hope that if you're open to receiving messages, that you find something here that just helps you complete a thought, find clarity, find healing. So let's do our crystals first. So for this week, we have Ametrine as our first choice. Group 1 is Ametrine. Group 2 is going to be this Flourite tower. It's 12, it's 12. And, oops, group 3 is going to be this beautiful rose agate that doesn't get justice. There we go. So, really pretty. So those are our 3 choices, groups 1, 2, and 3. If you're watching back, you can go ahead and skip ahead at this time. And if you're either here right now or don't want to skip ahead, then I'm going to jump into our numerology. So let's see. For the numerology for the day, we actually get 7, which is, to me, it's very interesting because Libra is the 7th sign in the zodiac, and seeing as though the sun in Cancer and the moon in Capricorn are opposing each other, Libra and Aries sit at the court, at the square. So if you've been feeling it, you're not the only one, I guess. So, and this is going to be continuing our entire year. We're going to have moons that either go opposing to the sun sign or in conjunction with the sun sign. So that being said, the numerology, again, is 7, so it has that extra kind of squared aspect, but also this aspect of like balance and alignment and spirituality and following intuition, following steps. So we have energy of Virgo, Leo. Virgo, Leo, Aries, Libra. Lots of Virgo though, but Libra also is the ruler. So if you know Virgos, Libras, Leos, that type of energy, you might be calling that in at this time. Or maybe it's your big 3, and that can show you a little bit of what's under fire during this full moon, of what we're looking to release, of what we're looking to improve upon. So lots of change, again, lots of change. Leo aspect, right? 5, integration. So the past week has been quite the shadow. So again, like I said, if you've experienced the shadow, just be happy that we've experienced it. Now we can look back and we can reflect. Inner balance, emotional balance, right? Happy Cancer season. All my Cancer bees out there. I got a lot of y'all. So feel the things you need to feel. Nurture the parts of yourself that need to be nurtured and need to be tended to at this time. And need to be this water energy, this emotional, gentle, flowing, regenerative, receptive, cleansing energy, right? The truth is not sticking to what you know, but to what has brought change. Routines, structures, and the emotional, mental, physical output in terms of consistency, bringing gifts back instead of wasted energy. I hope that makes sense. That was a really weird sentence, but let's just leave it right there. So that's our numerology for the day. I hope you guys liked it. Okay, now, the candle that I chose is an emotional balance candle. I figured, considering what I've been doing last night emotionally and just getting in tune with that Cancer season. Water's back, baby. Bye-bye, Gemini. So, yeah, so this moon, it's not just about the moon being in Capricorn. It's about the sun being in Cancer too. So there's a lot that's shifting at this time. So I'm wishing everyone and sending everyone emotional balance, emotional blessings, emotional authenticity, and support. So let's get into it. Let's just do this. Group 1, Ametrine. Okay. And there's a lot of sparks coming off. So again, releasing. Yeah, no regrets. No regrets. What's meant to pop off is gonna pop off regardless. I'm gonna go ahead and invite in all ancestors, angels, spirit guides to be with us through the cards at this time. Thank you for being here. What do we need to know for group one? For their highest, for their best, for their integration, for their intuition, for their clarity, for their balance, for their alignment, for their heart, for their spirit, for their body. What do we need to know? All right off the bat, it's like some of this Gemini energy. Maybe we've just worked through it. Yep, we've just worked through it. We've got communication is the one that came first. So 33, all right. Some of you might actually be Geminis or 33s. Right, so we're having a rebirth in communication. That's really exciting. But this leads you far deeper than you ever intended on going, doesn't it? Yes. Because now we get this. And I know I've been pulling this card for some people, so. we got spiritual career, and we also got compassion and creativity. We got 333, first of all. May I be so bold? We got 333, and we got compassion 99, right? And also here's that rebirth, here's that ascension, that death kind of feeling. So, okay, so first of all, we have March. There could be March to June energy that's been, right, these past 3 months. I'm doing some numerology here with the 3, right? It could be that it just started last season, last month. It could, yeah, right? It could concern Geminis again. But overall, the thing is, though, is they're pushing you on here. They're pushing you in this 3 energy. This 3 energy. What are you creating next? What are we going next? And spiritual career doesn't necessarily it's not that weighted, right? It's like that spiritual career with yourself. Like, are you integrating new spiritual practices into your life? Are you just sticking to the old ones? Are you finding a deeper meaning in old ones, or finding a deeper meaning in the new ones that you never thought you would have found? So that's kind of fun. June is like the middle of the year, right? So we're basically just passing the halfway point of the year. And at the same exact time, the zodiac is entering Cancer, which means we're entering the 2nd, 4th of the year in the zodiac year. So we're simultaneously having an absolute, almost like a balance in the year that we've had this January to December year. And then that overlaying feature of, right, Cancer coming in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and that whole quarterly aspect. So take that how you may. Okay, so that's so funny. They're like, there is something. First thing we get is patience. So that's funny. First thing we get is patience. And underneath it, we get obstacles and challenges, right? So we're feeling very, very kind of pushing against some things we don't know how to work through. And it's also showing me again, and I'm not getting spiritual career, right? Like in such a rigid format, but I am at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we are on the edge. We've been on the edge of the spiritual revolution in the age of Aquarius, right? So should there be more people in tune with their spirituality? Probably. But at any rate, this is about finding what really sets your heart on fire. Because when you see that connection, when you see that passion, really, really that passion, truly, this is the one of wands. So rebirth and spirituality again. But when you find that connection, when you find that passion, when you find that art of flow, right, then you know you're connected. And you know you're connected. And once you have that, then you can manifest, right? But there's something that we have to step back. We have to be patient, because something so funny. The universe is like, you don't see that you're still waiting for pieces. That's the reality of it. So like a lot is going to make sense. A lot. But we're still waiting for some pieces, and we need to recognize where we need to be patient and where we need to connect and where we need to engage, honestly. Yeah, like that. Okay, thanks. I like it. Okay. What do we need to know from this deck, Spirit? It's like, give me a second. Aww. So, I'm sorry. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Love how this deck just spoke to us. So, it's really, really sweet. What they're showing us is that you can't see this guy's truth, right? And he was turned upside down. You can't see. This is hard. This is hard. I admit that it's hard. They're saying the truth of it is that you need to find your joy regardless, right? And you're responsible for that joy. No one else is responsible for that joy. And I think that's what's making it so hard, right? Because look at this. Honoring your energy and feminine energy at that. And with Cancer season coming in, the mother, not only the mother, but also all that 4 energy. 4 is a receptive number, and also it represents the earth, which Mother Earth. So yes, okay, so we got all that. So I'm seeing like women not giving themselves enough space. I'm not necessarily see like men disrespecting women, but maybe misunderstanding. But look, all we need to know is what we just said, because the next things are changes, transformation. And here's the important part, slow but steady, right? We're talking about consistency today, apparently, with this Capricorn moon. And new beginnings, boom. As easy as that. As easy as that. So honoring your energy is big right now. And again, like I said, it doesn't, like I said, it could be a man, it could be this specific situation, but we all have feminine and masculine. So that is within ourselves first, and then in the real life partner experiential aspect. I hope that makes sense. Okay. What do we need to know about our chakras today? Are we aligned? Are we out of balance? Are we too open? Are we too closed off? We need to know here. Okay, yeah. So, wow, yeah. This is really big. This is powerful because the reality of it. Wow, okay. So, I'm sorry. I have the hiccups all of a sudden. Solar plex energy, I don't know. So, you got a lot of energy, 303. 303. So, right? And in that order, will, then action. Will, then action. Expression, assertiveness, self-control, direction. and action, movement, perseverance, discipline, motivation. Right. So, very clear to me is that translating your will into action, right? Don't let it get stuck up here. I can definitely attest to that happening. And I also see that, this is really funny, emotional balance for y'all, so I'm really happy that I chose this candle. But stability, harmony, peace, and fluidity, and that's all in the heart, even though the heart is ruled by air, but still, right, we still have this receptivity that's so, it transcends whatever element or whatever. Also, we have got instincts, and these came out paired with the emotional balance upturn. So basically what I see is that these gut instincts, your sensings, your intuitions, your gut, right, instincts, those are going to be helping us remain emotionally balanced at this time. And I think also with that Cancer aspect coming back in, it's like we all of a sudden have all this like the core emotional state because of that sun sign. So it's almost like an alignment is what I'm feeling with that. Hi, Dorian! Thanks for being here. I hope you're doing good. I'll have to catch up with you soon. Okay, let's find out a symbol. This is so I've been very like in the Cancer mood. I don't know why. I love my Cancers. I can't lie. But so with that, I thought, like I said, for Mother Earth, feeling that mother energy. And so I grabbed my Earth Magic Oracle deck. So let's see what kind of symbols we have. Energies. What's going on with our Earth symbology? Give us some insight. Give us some fun facts. Holy motherfucking shit. I hope you guys saw that, because that's not happening again. Man, that's been happening to me like all week. Okay. And they were serious. Talk to your ancestors. They're like, dun, 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 dun. Okay. Ancestors. Generations. All right, one more. Well, and in the, or no, we got two. I'm gonna stick with two. And in the light, again, of that watery season, we got rain, purification. I love that. And we got tree grounding. And fun fact, this is the back that they use for the cards. Ooh, that's lucky. Okay, moving on. Okay. So, I need to know what spirit cats are with us. Can help us at this time. Aw, cute. Ready? Okay. Meet Pippa of the Dream Circus. Some kitties come straight out of the imagination to remind us to play. Here is a moment of dancing, twinkling toes, and laughter. Where most only see empty air, Pippa sees colorful tweeting birds doing a tantalizing minuet and errant butterflies playing peekaboo, urging her to chase. To play is to do something for the pure joy of the doing. It is a frolicking mix of experimentation, curiosity, and absurdity. Where can you let in more of Pippa's playful spirit and lighthearted air into your work and your life? Aww. And that's play, if it wasn't obvious. Pippa of the Dream Circus. I like that. All right. I love that. So definitely. And two, I'm feeling that feminine energy card come back up from the Shaman's Oracle. Yeah. I feel that honoring your energy, right? And honoring your femininity and masculinity too. I think that ties a lot in with play. So, okay. I hope you guys like that reading. I have so much love for you, even though I don't know who you are. Okay, And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the new moon. I think it's going to be in Cancer. Yeah, I think it's going to be in Cancer. I don't know. Mark my words. All right. If you picked Flourite, this is your reading. All right. I'm going to invite in all ancestors, angels, spirits, guides to be with us through the cards at this time. Thank you for being here. What do we need to know for our highest and our best? 4, group 2s, integration, intuition, energy, balance, soul expression, mental clarity, peace of mind, balance of spirit. It's a lot of things. So, this is kind of interesting. Oh, okay, so this is kind of interesting. It's like telling us that we're having trouble manifesting financial discipline. I can totally attest to that. But it's not the financial discipline. It's not the financial discipline that's upturned. That's the interesting part. It's the manifestational aspect of it. So, either what's this telling me is patience, first of all, because you got it, right? With manifestation, we got to be patient. Also, we got surrender. So that's really interesting to me because it almost shows me it's like, right, it's not necessarily patience. It could be in some situation, but with the manifestation, it's almost like, look, that's why we got this one. And it's like, maybe there's these answers around you that we're not necessarily taking advantage of, like all the time, that we need it. That's one thing. But surrender is big because surrender has to do with releasing the need to control, right? So that's really interesting because normally we think discipline and we think control, right? But that's not what that is at all. So maybe we're changing our relationship. Maybe we're changing our relationship with this. Okay. That one's a little quick, but it's just to help me get on the right page. So let's go ahead and see what we need to know from this deck here. What's going on? It looks like, yeah, it's so funny. I'm getting like almost like a repeat. It's like the same energy from the previous card, but kind of spoken in different wording. So give me a sec here. Oh, yeah. Oh my God. It's like totally, yeah. So we're not listening to our intuition, like at all. And that's important because the thing is that we don't always know how to listen to our intuition because it comes in different ways. It comes in different forms. It comes in different, like, people. Like, it comes in different connections, right? So what I'm seeing is that the truth is being shown to us. The truth has been shown already, but we're taking it as a failure because we're getting too confused on basically controlling the truth, I guess. And it's like this, and this is about, normally this card's about indecision. So, like, normally it's like, yes, no, should I, shouldn't I? But when the truth's already been shown, I mean, it definitely could be indecision. But I also get this energy of, like, the universe is like, hey, it's this. And you're like, no, it's not that. And, like, the universe is, no, it's really this. And you're like, I swear to God, it's not that. I don't know why I keep getting that answer. Right? And here she comes. Intuition, High Priestess. The whispers of the heart. The whispers of the heart. I don't know why I make it sound so sad. But, like, yeah, it's there. It's there. And the thing is that, right, your victory is within the situation already. It always is. So let's step back. There's also a lot of integration. It could be a lot of partner integration. It could be a lot of spiritual integration. Because we got 2, 2, 2, 6. So there's that. Really interesting. So it's like express yourself, but be patient. Be patient with the result. I've been feeling this vibe this week as well. Express your authentic truth, but be willing to work and be patient with what the results you're getting back at that time. Seeing as that the action that you changed was very recent. Fair enough? Okay. All right, let's move on real quick. What do we need to know from this deck? This is a really fun little supplemental deck. I've never used it for the YouTubes, but it's working out pretty good. So let's see. What do we need to know from this deck? Wow. Okay, 1 second. Bam, bam. Oh, interesting. Yeah, y'all are impatient as fuck, you guys. Okay, really. Y'all are impatient as fuck. It's come out 3 times now. Okay, I'm being serious because the thing is you don't know what you're manifesting. Like you do, but you don't, because there's like this disconnect, right? Okay, so connect back to spirit because the messages are there. I'm telling you this now. I'm telling you this because these 2 came up and they came up upside down. So it's what I see in that is that, right? The energy has to be consistent and slow and steady, right? Capricorn, moon in Capricorn, guys. It's not about what am I doing, it's about what am I learning, right? That's the trick. So, right? It's a burden. We feel so impatient. We feel like if I can't have it now in this present moment, and I understand so deeply, like I have my meditative practices and I have my like light, and I understand the moment, and I'm asking for it in the moment, and I'm being intentionalized, and I'm being manifestational. But there's also like this energy of like, and then breathe out. Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing about that anymore. So there's a change in our sexual energy. And maybe it looks like this is a negative thing right now, but I don't think that it is necessarily, just because sexual energy turned upright. Maybe it's like something that is changing that we otherwise wouldn't want it to, but it's bringing greater growth. It's bringing greater energy of the unknown, and it's also developing the sacred space in ourselves. I'm just saying random ass words at this point. I hope this is hitting. And the sacred space, I always want to make sure when I come up with this card is like the sacred space starts within your own mind and your own spirit, right? Because spirit, okay, your own spirit is sacred, okay. Then it goes to the mind. Then it goes to the body. I mean, it could be different for different people. Like if you're a really grounded person, yes. In this case, I think we do have to focus a little bit on the mind, just because we get intuition, we get these other energies coming up. I'm not gonna overanalyze it. Feminine energy of receptivity. Okay, okay. So the thing is we did say what we needed to say, and we're always saying what we needed to say. That's the good thing. That's the good part. We got our masculine on lock. It's this part. And Cancer season is gonna help with that. And new moon in Cancer is gonna help with that. So don't worry too much, because you always have tomorrow, you always have the next day, and right? And it's not that we're not being patient, we are being patient, but inside we're like, what's going on? They're telling you now this is gonna be a harder manifestation than what we've been working on recently. I need to get more shit in line for you. So, someone's powerful right now on this number 2. Probably all y'all, but I'm just feeling in the moment. What do we need to know from our chakras? Oh wow, I love it. Oh, okay, beautiful. So I really understand. So this is about validating our inner child now. It's about reclaiming our willpower. It's about reclaiming our goals and dreams. So, sorry, I'm all spacing out. So basically we got the solar plex, right? And then, oh, sorry. Well, it is the third chakra. Gemini is the third zodiac. So we did just come out of that. So it could be related to this past month. It could be. Just putting it out there. But what I'm seeing mainly in that is the inner child. Because we always need to be at peace with that. Him or her. Or they. Or none of those. So what we're seeing is that I love it. To me, this makes sense in that emotions and dreams are going to be the places where we're receiving messages from our inner child, messages from our solar plex the most, or messages for our willpower to be expanded the most. I mean, through these. So emotions, right? And this is going to be big. And this has already come up several times. And also, if I might point out, this is the sacral chakra, which is also rules over sexuality. So it's come up already. So get in touch with that. And also, big talk. Second sacral chakra, the second chakra is the sacral, is ruled by water. So take a bath, actually. Don't complicate it. Just take a bath. But anyway, get in touch with that fluid water element, with that sacral sexual component, that sacred sexuality, sacred emotion. Emotions are a way to communicate, yes. Even we do this all the time. And then dreams, right? Messages, signs, symbols, guidance. Dream realm. Find other people who are interested in dreams. I'm one of them. If it doesn't make sense, talk to someone who has analyzed their dreams. And then it's big. That's the thing. Solar plex, community. So, it's not that we're isolating ourselves, but it's that we just need to stay optimistic that the energy and the lessons and the guidance that we're looking for is there, right? That's the biggest thing. Because it will always be. What do we need to know from the earth symbolism? Right, okay. Yeah, yes, I love this. So this is the biggest thing. You guys are going through a lesson it's difficult. It's not an easy lesson. It's not easy to move yourself in such a way. So sweaty. Okay. So we got vulnerability. And we got release. Oh, release. And also, right, Meadow, if you didn't notice, Meadow and autumnal equinox. So the autumnal equinox is actually the next, summer solstice, right? Yeah. So it's the next 3 months, and then it's going to be the autumnal equinox. So maybe there's something starting out for you in these next 3 months, but we can't see it yet, right? And that's why we need to be patient. Also, you're going through, right, a lot of vulnerability, and that's terrifying. It's just terrifying. It's not, and that's the thing is that just being open with yourself, just being touching with yourself, if that makes sense, I think it does, is going to lead us through that vulnerability. And we all have vulnerabilities. We're all part of the same web, right? So there's no judgment to be had. What spirit cat do we need to learn from today? Meet Glow. She shines her warm light into our dark places. She illuminates our fears and our shadows, giving us the courage to face them, to unravel them, and to bring healing. Sometimes it may seem easier to take the long route around the dark forest within, but Glow knows that true ease comes from presence, not avoidance. So carry her with you, as you journey into the depths of your heart and soul. Let her loving light warm the places of shame, hurt, sadness, disappointment, anger, and guilt. She can turn the darkest, twisted forest into a golden cove of love. And that's illumination. Beautiful. There may be trauma that you're transmuting at this time. So be gentle with yourself. You have all the time in the world. You're always on the path. And you'll always have your intuition and your guidance too. So you guys got this. I love you. I hope that reading served you well. And I will see you in maybe like 2 weeks. I think the new moon's in Cancer. I'm not sure, but we'll see you there. Okay. Again, with the injustices against this poor stone. It's so pretty. It's like so pretty. It's like so pretty. All right, so Rose Agate group. This is your reading. I'm going to go ahead and invite in all the ancestors, angels, spirits, guides to be with us through the cards this time. Thank you for being here. What do we need to know for our highest and our best? For integration, wisdom, learning, clarity, balance, alignment, ascension, healing, peace of mind, strength of spirit, all the good shit. Oh, okay. So I definitely can relate to this a lot. So there's a lot of changes going on. It could be a love partnership. It could be just like an intimate relationship, like an intimate friendship. But normally it's speaking to intimate sexual partners. It could also be a mom or dad. So, love partnership is the topic, and the energy that's present is change. It's like full on adventure change. We got 5, 5, 5. So, growing pains, man. That might be what's happening right now. And it feels like, right? It feels like everything's could be going to shit. Right? We might be feeling like this. But what they're showing us too is that the scariest part is the change. And if you guys can change that, right? If we can change our perspective from it being like, oh my God, my whole world is like being effective and it's changing. It's like, oh, we're embarking on a new adventure, you know? And so when you look at it like that, it's like, this is an accomplishment. You guys have come to a deeper level of understanding in each other. And so you're getting a new lesson. And then you get tripped up and you're like, oh, it's all shit. But really, you guys been doing fine the whole time. Let's see. Interesting. Oh, I totally did that on a whim. I'm normally trying to stick to a schedule, but you guys got another read. So let's see. It's like, I don't know, it's like there should be extra like expression at this time. I feel like communicating with your environment, communing with the people around you, with the spaces around you, communicating with the nature around you, right? Cancer season, Gemini season, Cancer season. We're on the cusp, man. What does it mean? Why did that sound so like, who did that? Okay. So, it's not Okay, I get it. It's not that we're not giving ourselves love. It's almost that, like, sometimes we think that in order to truly persevere a goal, then that means that we deserve to be treated like shit. But that's not the same thing, right? And to draw those threads out and to unweave those, just detangle those threads between, worthiness and deservingness, I guess. Perseverance and self-love. Perseverance and self-love. Yeah. And maybe even taking it another step further and saying we should be more persevering towards our own self-love rather than some outside goal that's putting our self-love at risk. Okay, yeah. Good stuff. Okay. So we got that. Let's see, what do we need to know from this deck? Oh, that was like totally weird. Okay, that's really cool. I wonder if that got caught in chaos. Okay. So this is really interesting. So yeah, so it's like, first of all, we have our accelerated motion. Our accelerated motion, and right, and I'm getting this energy back from what we just talked about in, like, we've upped a level, so like all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, so many problems, but like you guys actually been moving forward the whole time. So we need to identify that, right? Again, they're like, identify it, because you keep thinking it's this. It's so funny, but I like it. And if I may point out, this is spirit. So yeah, it doesn't make as much sense as like what makes sense in the physical, or maybe even what makes sense in the mental emotional area, right? So yes, have faith, have trust. And this is beautiful. It's like, first of all, communication, expression, these are all face up. So these are our benefits: communication, expression, understanding your partner, right? Just making sure we're hearing each other out, making sure that we're staying communicative in any way that we can, in our best way, our best attempt, foot forward, right? And then, yeah, literally positive movement forward. And we got a lot of 5, 8, 5, 8. So what that shows me is that we're moving towards abundance. We're moving towards a higher realm of existence in whatever situation this is. So if you don't believe me, yeah, it's like right here. It came out just like this, guys. So right, moving positively towards abundance. And here's the thing. This is the only hiccup. Is that you guys got us, well, okay, I can relate with this one too. We need to stop seeing everything so dualistic, right? Because it's like a hand. It's never just open or closed, right? We could do all these things. I'm just saying shit. But yeah, so that's the point. And look at those two birds right there too, right? That's the concept, right? There's the inner witness. Maybe that's the relationship. I don't know. But you feel me. All right, what do we need to know from the Shaman's Oracle deck? Oh, wow. This guy got a lot to say today. I like it. Oh, okay. I love it. So basically, focus. Oh, sorry. Let me do it more. If we can. Or 2. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, okay. I understand. Ooh, okay, this is beautiful. It's like we're all soulmates. I know, but I'm really getting that energy, because the thing is that the central theme is healing energy, right? So that's good. I like that. And we have teaching and retreat. I get this, is that like you guys, we need to have this flow state, right? We love each other a lot and we want to spend a lot of time together. But we want to have that flow because we want to be able to teach and learn. We want to be able to stay balanced. We want to be able to see each other fully, right? And so maybe for that reason, retreating can heal us at this time so that we can kind of be within our own truth, you know? And here it is too. Again, we got stripping illusions and we got that lotus unfoldment. And coming from the dirt, coming from the shit, right? Coming from things that you did not necessarily sign up for. But that's what oftentimes happens, is illusions are stripped when we're aligning with our ancient wisdom, right? And so it's like, yeah, this person is going to strip your illusions away from you and it's going to piss you the fuck off. But they're ultimately leading to the higher realm of you. With patience, with time, with you expressing the truth and authenticity and selfhood of your own spirit, right? It's the balance. What do we need to know from our chakras? Chakra, chakra. Wow, holy shit, you guys got a bunch of crown, a bunch. So, let's see. Yeah, they all came right side up. So I feel like it's about, yeah. So we got base chakra, first of all. So being stable, like, I kind of said this already, but being stable within your own truth, being stable within your own authenticity and your own, genuine nature. Providing that security for yourself, and then also having that with a partner, having security, with another person, right? So it could also be like moving. So, but regardless who the situation is and what the situation is, it revolves around our faith, it revolves around our presence, it revolves around our divine connection and our divine consciousness. And those are all really connective in the crown area. So I would recommend, I see a lot of like meditation being used, or finding the flow art, right? If you paint, make music, dance, finding the flow state is going to bring a lot of answers to you. And then I totally forgot about this one, but yeah, so music makers, art makers, dancers, or even just like finding some of that meditative mantra music, maybe finding some crown chakra music or nothing, and just hearing what it is that's there. Okay. Word, I can take that into account. What are some of our nature symbology that we're going through right now? Give us some insight on that, please. Ooh. Oh, wow. So, back to the Ancient Wisdoms card. You guys got the same energy as the first group, actually. So, what this shows me is that it's like we are all being put everything aside. You are being tapped into in a different way from your ancestors. Let me put this into a way that like might make more sense. A 3-year-old can't have the same perspective as a 13-year-old. A 13-year-old can't have the same perspective as a 23-year-old. A 23-year-old cannot have the same perspective as a 33-year-old. So, even though it does happen, what is the likelihood of a 3-year-old inheriting gifts that was used by a hypothetically 66-year-old past life incarnation? A hope that makes sense. But yeah, so like as you grow, you actually reach your physical awareness level to where you're aligning with your past lives, your generational group, your generational karma, your personal karma. So there's two things going on. They're very much being serious. Physical changes, spiritual changes. As you grow, physical is going to change because your whole family changes and then things get passed down, right, in the physical. But you're also inheriting your own gifts from past lives if you so wish to see it as that way. So don't be scared. It's supposed to be different. We went through that emotional candle too, like, what do we need to know? What spirit cat's gonna help us the most this next week until the new moon? It's 2 weeks. Any day now. There it is. Wow. Okay, y'all are like in another dimension, okay? Okay. I'm not taking it back. Meet Stardust. He is the convergence of opposites. He is the dark and the light. He is a magician that turns everything on its head, pawing at the paradox. He travels the galaxies with his best friends, free will and destiny. No one knows where one begins and the other ends. He sees the good in the evil and the evil in the good. Within every blessing, there's a tragedy. And within every tragedy, there's a blessing. We think we know what is what, but Stardust throws everything into question. Let the paradox open up our thinking and our perspective. Y'all got paradox. So you ain't playing no kids games no more. That's the thing. So welcome to your new ascension, everyone who's still here. And I love you guys a lot. I'm really happy I could be here today. And I'm trying to refine my messages, and I really hope that that's showing and being translated. So I just love you guys. I wish you all so much love, so much good blessing, so much good fortune, so much harmony, so much peace, so much willpower, so much strength. I love you guys. I will see you in 2 weeks.